good interweb? Your man Q back again, and it's way too early to begin some Final Fantasy news. Watch Final Fantasy 16 is up bright and early. Well, at least for us on the West Coast. New character information? So with new characters, new 2 new kingdoms and all of that jazz, it had me to sit back wondering, thinking and pondering, when the hell are we going to get a black protagonist for Final Fantasy? Geek, Q, Quentin,
blah, 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 yakety smacky.
This isn't the time to talk about that. We got Baron, we got Shaz.
Look, if it ain't no time to talk about it, then when will there ever be time? Then when there's some information on a Final Fantasy like today. As much as I love Square Enix, which is my favorite video game company, hasn't done so well when it comes to the race in characters, except for my man's Kyros for Final Fantasy VIII, which was a completely different, or if you want to say a revolutionary type of character versus the characters that we have seen as far as Barrett and as far as Shaz. And we're not going to talk about that 1989 Mark Twain adaptation that I don't know how the hell, even though it's the 80s, that shit was able to hit any type of shore. Final Fantasy 16 features 3 characters, and thank the Lord that one character is a female character, because yeah, y'all, I'm sorry, I'm that dude. I like that mixture because not every party and situation is all men's. It ain't all ladies neither. A good mixture of both, and throw like a special character in it too, like some old off of the brand crazy ass type character. Yeah, perfect. Sprinkle a little space in it. A black protagonist.
Sounds like refuge.
The world of Final Fantasy 16, the world is broke down by people being dominant, ones who can use these icons, i.e. kind of like summon beast, you know, the phoenix that we've seen from all of the screens and the trailers and stuff from the game. Yeah, certain people can use that, and depending on where you're at within the 6 kingdoms, yeah, you're either gonna be somebody that's feared or you're gonna be somebody that people fear. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? The story revolves around the 3 central characters: Clive Rosenfeld, Joshua Rosenfeld, and Jill Warwick. Clive Rosenfeld is the older brother of Joshua, and by his bravery and, well, he got the look of the part, tall, use a sword. He that dude, courageous, brave, that's the same thing, but you know what I mean. He was the person who was supposed to inherit the dominant, the Phoenix Force, the summon beast, but his younger, frailer brother Joshua end up being the person who inherited. And you can already see he is like that mage. Jill Warwick comes from somewhere else in the Rizar Kingdom. She looked like she poor, she sounded like she poor, but they daddy put her in the house to be friends with her, with his sons, and she's just as valuable in the family as the brothers. But again, I'm glad they got a female up in the squad. Other than the few character screens and a few synopsises about the characters and the 6 locations, that's pretty much all Square Enix says we're gonna get. The team went up from a few handful of people all the way into a full-fledged team, and that's even during COVID, but they say don't expect anything too soon right now. They still focus on Final Fantasy 14, but even through my asthma, are hard working with Final Fantasy 16. Still no word on not just a black protagonist, but any other ethnicity protagonist. Why is that a big deal? It gives a different perspective. Oh, this has been your man Q, your friendly neighborhood geek. If you did like this, depending on what platform you're on, hit that like button, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe. I also stream over on Twitch. Links are all in the description below. Twitter, Instagram, look, all everywhere. Even TikTok now? Till next time, interweb, remember, eat, sleep, geek, repeat. Peace. And if you're still thirsty, here's another video for you right here and right here. Water's wet.